And we are back in the building, back with some more boxing. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and all that good stuff. Now, guys, once again, we're talking about the Showtime situation. I did do a video yesterday on Showtime getting out of the business of boxing. And it's been, what, almost 40 years with them being in the game. And now it's come to this. After the end of the year, there will be no more Premier Boxing Champions on the Showtime platform. Now, I did talk about some people probably celebrating this. The people who really into the I would say the platform wars, thinking that this is a demise of the PBC. I don't think it's a demise of the PBC, but I want to say this. I think it's good for us to have different platforms for the sport of boxing in a sense. And having a monopoly on something, if a platform has a monopoly on something, I think a lot of times it creates mediocre product. You know, it's one of those things. If there's no competition, you know, you're not going to step up your game that often. I'll put it that way. Now, with that being said, even though we had a lot of different platforms, we still been getting mediocre product. And the reason that is because of the promoters and the platforms not wanting to play nice together. And it's made the sport suffer. And this is a perfect example of Showtime getting out of the sport of boxing after almost 40 years. Boxing has really taken a hit, in my opinion, when this news dropped. So I want to talk about some of the fighters who have responded to this situation, and I'm going to give my take on it. Now, we're going to start first with Oscar De La Hoya. He said that I salute Showtime for their near 40-year commitment to the sport that I love. I am hopeful that we promoters can use this unfortunate situation to put our differences aside and start working together more often to help make more of the bigger fights and grow our sport. And I totally agree with him. Excuse me. I agree to what he says here. That's been the problem the whole time. Promoters not wanting to work together, you know, having grudges against each other, preventing the fights that the fans want to see. And then, you know, they give the fans these fights that they didn't ask for and expect fans to pay all this money for it. And they turn their backs. You know, a lot of people have left boxing and went over to the UFC because the UFC guys, they're actually fighting one another. You know, they're not arguing back and forth about, you know, that this isn't going to happen. You know, you're on this platform, so I can't fight you. It's killing the sport. Even though it's good to have more than one outlet for the sport, you know, when you don't work together and make things happen, you see what happens. You know, Showtime not making, you know, the revenue that they need to make. It's a business decision. They're gonna drop it, and the sport is gonna suffer even more. Now, Terrence Crawford, he responded to Oscar De La Hoya. He said, respectfully, at Oscar De La Hoya, if the boxers aren't at the table, it isn't going to work. And he's absolutely correct. The boxers need some input on what's going on. You know, a lot of times they're being moved around like chess pieces and not getting a say. And they're the ones that's in the ring. They're the ones that's putting their lives on the line. And it's only fair, you know, that they get some say in their career. You know, these platforms making all this money off of these guys. And a lot of times these guys retire or die broke. And that has to change. That has to change in the sport. Now, Ryan Garcia, he also made a post about this situation. He says, today is a really important day for boxing. HBO and Showtime defined our sport for a generation, and now they are both out. All us boxers need to make this our collective fight. We got to be thinking about marketing, new audiences, investors, global, all of it. Boxing is still the greatest sport in the world. We just got to reimagine. It. And he's absolutely correct. Now, if anybody knows anything about marketing themselves, it's Ryan Garcia. You guys know he's a big social media guy. These fighters have to get out here and make themselves available, and the platforms have to promote these guys. You know, they got to market these guys. They got to get these guys, you know, promotion deals with companies, shoes and clothes, and things like that. So, you know, people outside, I would say outside of the hardcore boxing fans, know who these guys are. You know, right now, a lot of casual fans, they're looking at these celebrity fights, you know, stuff with Logan Paul and Jake Paul, and the boxers are actually suffering because they're not being marketed correctly. You know, the Logan Pauls and the Jake Pauls, they're marketing themselves and they're becoming successful. So if you have a good marketing plan, you can be successful. But at the same time, you need to have good product. And I think Ryan Garcia is absolutely right. Marketing is the key. Putting on great fights is the key. Working together is the key. Bringing the fighters in who put their lives on the line, bringing them to the table is the key. I think this thing can change. I think boxing can turn it around if everybody is willing to work together. So that's all I want to say about that, guys. You know, I still feel some type of way about, you know, boxing not going to be on Showtime anymore. But you know, it's a business, and the revenue is the bottom line. If you're not making any money, you know, they're just not going to do it. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about the situation. Tell me what you think about what Ryan Garcia had to say. You know, I know they're talking about, you know, the PBC looking at Amazon Prime and DAZN. Let me know what you guys prefer. Honestly, I really don't care as long as they put out good product. So let me know how you guys feel about that in the comment section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.